Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this video on the Lionsgate portal. This happens every year on August the 8th when the sun is in the sign of Leo and our spiritual sun, Sirius, aligns with the Orion's belt. It's a powerful time where we experience activations, upgrades to our heart chakra, upgrades to our emotional body, our energetic body, our physical body, where we are remembering on a deep cellular level who we really are and what is really possible for us, where we are more clearly able to see where the ego and fear is playing out in our life. And remember, we can always return to the wisdom of our soul. We can always return to the guidance of our higher self. So in today's video, I want to give you more guidance on how you can manifest in this energy. This really is a manifestational portal that is opening. So I want to give you guidance around that from an astrological perspective, what's happening with the energies right now, as well as bringing you guidance from the Akashic Records on working with this energy, on co-creating with this energy in the highest timeline possible for your life and for your business. So let's dive right in here. I first want to bring a deeper understanding to the energy of 8 and the symbolism of that through the eyes of astrology. So most of us recognize the number 8 representing the infinity symbol, being connected to the energy of abundance. And it also has a different meaning in astrology as well. So in astrology, there are 12 different houses which represent the different areas of our life. And house 8 is the house of rebirth, the house of death, rebirth, and regeneration. It is the house of transformation. So this Lionsgate portal is bringing deep levels of transformation and an invitation to look at with new eyes, the patterns that are playing out in your life. Because in order for us to really rise in and align with our highest timeline, we first need to have an awareness of what's keeping us on the timeline we are currently on. What thoughts, what energies, what decisions are bringing the results we are currently getting in our lives. And we have to be willing to release that. Release the old patterns and begin to see things through new eyes. Begin to change, basically, to transform in order to align to a new timeline and a new path. And during the Lionsgate portal, manifestations can be accelerated. So this energy really began to be activated on July 27th. And we really felt it with the new moon in Leo on the 28th. And on the 11th, that's when we'll experience the Aquarius full moon. And that's really how I see this portal, this cycle. So it's at its peak on August 8th. But really, we have been in these energies. We have been in this process of transforming, the releasing, the letting go in order to rise into something new. And we currently have the South Node in Scorpio as well. And Scorpio is also connected to the 8th house. So again, that symbolism of 8. So we really want to cultivate that awareness of what are those old patterns and maybe even the old pain or triggers that are emerging during this time. And instead of getting caught in that old cycle, if we are able to get out of autopilot, see how we are responding to the different situations in our life, that's where we become conscious creators and can choose again. And you can be really aware of that right now. And we're all going to notice this on some level. We're all going to notice these old patterns coming up. Well, when that's coupled with the awareness of, oh, I see what's happening here, and I choose to see this in a new way, that's when change really occurs. Now, the other aspect of the Lionsgate, a very key piece, is the sun being in the sign of Leo. And the sun is the ruler of Leo, so it's returning home. It's very powerful in this placement. And as it pertains to the Lionsgate, this is a time where we really want to look at how we are using our life force energy, how we are shining in the world, where we may be afraid to step up and fully be visible in our life. And this has so many layers. This can be in your business where you're afraid to speak your truth, to really say what's on your heart. You're afraid to release the programs you really want to release because you don't think they'll do well. You don't think people will buy them. Maybe Maybe this is in relationships where you realize that desire to fit in, to belong, causes you to hold back from saying what you really think or being who you really are. And this is giving yourself permission to shine, to be all of you, to step up and take that center stage in your life. We each have a unique path. We each have a unique karmic journey. This is time to say yes wholeheartedly to your unique path, to let your light shine, to be visible in new ways. And I really feel this message from the Akashic Records that visibility has different layers to it, different aspects to it. It's not always about, okay, I'm going to show up and I'm going to do more videos in my business. I'm just going to speak my truth in relationships. Like, this can have many, many different layers. It can even be looking at where you've put on masks, where you've taken on facades that aren't even reflective of who you really are, and being able to strip those away during this time so you can come back to your soul's truth. This is about being unapologetic about who you are, making bold moves that can create change in your life, allowing your passion to lead you. This is also about growing through joy. The Leo archetype really embodies that energy of playfulness. And I'll often talk to my clients about this. When we are in the energy of play, we are very magnetic because that energy is fun, it's playful. Others want to be a part of that. So that's huge with this Lionsgate energy, is coming back to activating that joy, activating that playfulness in your life, and understanding the power you have to attract and call in what you desire when you are in that energy and when you are grounded in your truth. When you are aligned to your unique energetic signature, when you're not trying to play roles that are actually not who you really are. So taking off the masks, being who you really are, doing what you came here to do on the planet. Now, a really powerful astrological alignment that we have during this particular Lionsgate is the North Node and Uranus are conjunct in the sign of Taurus. This is so significant. It's so significant that this is happening during one of the most powerful cosmic alignments of the year, the Lionsgate portal. And at this time, we have the North Node in Uranus conjunct in Taurus. I am going to share what this means. So in astrology, the most significant part of a chart is the North Node, because at the end of the day, that's our path. That represents the skills and the talents we are here to learn. It gives insight into our unique karmic journey. So very, very significant. And Uranus is the awakener. That planet represents awakening. Disruption could be another way to see it as well. I usually reframe it as awakening to new possibilities as a planet, awakening to where we boxed ourselves in and being able to escape that. So this is soul level transformation that is unfolding, not only individually, but for the planet. It's happening in the sign of Taurus, which is very connected to the energies of Mother Gaia. So this reflects the ascension that's been happening on the planet that's accelerated at this time. And each of us are a part of that. The more that you wake up to who you are beyond this body, that's huge. That means you're waking up to your full creative power when you're aware of that, when you're aware, okay, I'm here in this physical body, and that's a beautiful thing because infinite intelligence is being expressed through me in this form at this time. That is so powerful. And you also have a soul. You are also connected to other realms of consciousness. So that's so important to recognize as well, and so key to being a powerful manifester is having that acknowledgement of who you are beyond this physical body as well. And we're rapidly awakening to that collectively, but this can also be reflected in your own individual journey. At this time, you can see different things that aren't aligned to your highest path fall away. And if we don't always have that broader perspective, it can feel scary, and our human self can want to hang on to what we do know. So this is encouragement, and this message is strong from the records to have the courage to recognize the patterns that are coming up at this time, to have the courage to recognize where you're trying to make something work that isn't actually aligned for you. And it's okay when those things fall away. It's okay to say no to things that don't light you up. In fact, it's a benefit to the entire world, to the planet, to everyone in your life, to be okay with doing that. Be okay with letting things go that have served their purpose so you can align to your highest path. And during this time, you may have already noticed this happening in big and little ways, like things falling aside that weren't meant to be. But please know that as that happens, what that is really doing is creating space for the things and the people, the experiences that you are a match to. And not only a match to, with the North Node here, that reflect your path, that reflect your highest timeline. So have the courage to lean in, have the courage to embrace change, because the energy of Taurus can be stubborn as well. It's where we want to be in our routine. We want to stay with what we are comfortable with, what we know, what we are familiar with. And then Uranus coming into Taurus and making its way through the sign is disrupting that, as it continually invites us as a collective and individually to step out of that comfort zone, to step out of just what feels safe for us and recognize that there is another possibility for our life. So this Lionsgate energy is so, so powerful. No doubt you are feeling it. Really take time to go within, connect to your heart space, which has been receiving incredible activation since the new moon in Leo, and especially as we build up to the full moon in Aquarius as well. So you may have noticed extra energy happening in your heart chakra and your upper heart, as well as your lower heart, a lot of clearing away of grief, of heaviness, and also use this Lionsgate portal as an opportunity to fully open your heart and allow yourself to be guided by the wisdom in your heart, be guided by what lights you up, be guided by your passions instead of fear. And enjoy these energies. So you are so supported by your spirit team, your angels, guides, ascended masters. Lean in and embrace that support and let the wisdom of your soul, the knowledge that's held in your heart space, guide you. And if you would like to join me in an activation, I'm offering this to my Divine Creators Inner Circle. We do powerful work in the Akashic Records around connecting with different cosmic alignments that take place, on manifesting in those energies. So I'll attach the link below to the Inner Circle if you want to check that out. That means you'll have access to the Lionsgate, but you'll also have access to all the content in the Inner Circle for a month as well. There's so much goodness in there to really support you in this time on your spiritual journey with new intuitive gifts awakening, more deeply understanding your unique energetic blueprint. Very, very powerful space. And there's also incredible work on there as well to support my fellow lightworkers and star seeds in really stepping up, getting your work out into the world, receiving abundantly for it, and feeling in alignment with your purpose. So I am sending you all so much love. Enjoy these powerful energies, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.